Well, it's about time. Hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Farthest Frontier, where today we need to upgrade our farms. But before we do that, we need to get more population in the city to work all the new farms. We got our beautiful orchard over here, which we need to move further south, and then across the road we can build a few more fields, which hopefully will start doing 10 by 10 fields rather than these smaller 5 by 5s at the bottom. Good to see you all here. Thanks again for all the likes for the algorithm. Thanks again for subscribing to the channel. And it really matters that you guys support the series. So thank you very much for all of your love. Thanks for watching and hanging out. I'm getting really excited to upgrade this city. We've had some great successes in our live streams. So it's been quite phenomenal to be able to see all of the stuff that we've been learning there be able to be applied to, well, maps like this one. All right, well, we got ourselves a theater, of course, and so now a lot of homes are being upgraded to Tier 3. We get that extra bonus of another person in the city for that. So really all we need to do here is keep the population up high. Everybody's happy about everything except for the food, which, of course, has its ebb and flow as we go throughout the year of food being available and then not. But everything else is golden. Entertainment, apparently furniture needs to, although they don't really care too much about that luxury at the moment. It looks like furniture, but it's luxury. So goods like pottery, candles, that type of thing. So we just need to make sure it's continuously populated. I think I was standing there for a while. It looked weird. All right, so we're going to go into another winter here. We're just going to kind of wait a little bit. Now, one of the moves we need to do, I think, before we move our orchard is possibly build another orchard, because the orchard is going to take some time to be planted and then time to grow, and then it'll take maybe 2 or 3 years before we can actually use it. So I guess we better start clearing the land down here, bushes and everything else in the way. That way we can have some nice clear farmland for all of our awesome, well, upgrades essentially. Unfortunately, we'll lose some, berries here and there, and we'll also kind of make some room for eventual wall upgrades. In our other map, found it quite beneficial to basically lay out these fences in advance. It does slow down the raiders quite a bit, and even on the earlier levels, a fence like this is almost like a palisade. But I want to put all of our wood towards upgrades and towards new things we want to do. So we're going to keep on cutting down trees too, and we're going to keep on squaring up a lot of this landscape here. I do want to keep some trees near industry and whatnot and keep it pretty. We don't want it to be fully clear cut and stuff all the time, so just going to go ahead and ask for a few trees to be cut down here and there. And we'll keep those, but we'll move these. Wow. God, this is gorgeous. Those colors are just phenomenal. The color palette in this game, absolutely amazing. All right, well, we got some good money coming in. We got some okay firewood, good planks. Looks like stone's looking all right. Yeah, so we just need to clear things out for the orchard. That's about it. And then, of course, more decoration. And more food types. Let's take a quick peek at food. We've got bread, we've got meat, we've got smoked meat and fish. Fruits. Would love to make those preserves as soon as we start making some more glass. We got beans too, so cows would be great. So we're going to have to wait until cattle comes around too. It's going to be another quick, easy, free food source, but we need to get grain up. We're at basically 0 grain, so hopefully moving that orchard across the road will help out too for making that a giant wheat field. Wheat is one of those things where it can get out of control quickly, where you can have way too much of it. But if you store a lot of it, if you store, like for example in our other map, we've stored about 7,000. We only have about like maybe 200 going bad each year, and so, but that's after us gaining about 1,000 a year. So, and that's also that's plus after everybody eating it. Like, for example, that's 7,000 after the 200 loss and after all the grain in the storage being used by the cows for, food, and then, of course, all the bread that's being made into flour, or, well, grain that's flour and then bread. And it's a good production chain. And bread lasts for a long time, too, even though, it doesn't last as long as grain. I rarely see bread going bad. And also, it seems that it can feed a lot of people, like 2 bakeries or even 3 per 100 people. So you can get about 150 per bakery, almost. The nice thing about the bakery, though, is it adds desirability. So, all right, how are we doing here for desirability? Looks like it's mostly coming down to food types, I'm seeing. And that market looks nice there. And so does that shrine. Beautiful. Yeah, it looks like a lot of things are coming down to A lot of things are coming down, not to decoration, but down to all of the food types. So hopefully, over the next year, we'll buy some more. Take a look quickly at fertility as well. Another great idea, what I think we'll do is, unfortunately, I think the easiest way, which is kind of inconvenient to get these field fertility up again, is to put the barn where the orchard is, and then maybe delete all of these fields and then have the cows graze here for like 5-10 years almost, and then allow them to refertilize this area while we expand our farming south and go down to this area. Although, look, not a lot of great fertility either. But what we can do is we can build 2 farms, split our herd into 2, and then take advantage of that. But we could also build some wheat farms here, just north of the little mill here. How are we doing on clay? 183. That's going to be gone soon. That's for sure. Brewery looking nice. 209 bricks. All right. Well, we can always buy stone. It seems like buying stone is our best option, and then buying clay is our best option for when it comes to making bricks. Oh, medicinal roots there. Okay. Well, that's good. Gonna need a lot of those. Population, no increase. 24 still holding strong. We need a lot more people for farms. Population simply just got to go up. Because we need all the extra free hands for all the logging and general building and stone mining that we're doing too. All those exciting upgrades. Now we just got to wait. Bide our time. But I guess that's what you did a lot of times. Everything was hope and pray and wait and hope everything works out. Ooh, look at this road at an angle. I didn't even realize. No wonder there's a weird intersection here, huh? Huh. Imagine that. I kind of like it, actually. Some things just weren't straight back then. You just make a path where it was easiest to go, even if it was slightly at an angle. Wow, look at all those leaves, man. Population getting close to 200. We need about 20 more spots here. And I think if we upgrade all of our houses, that's definitely going to be close. 2 new villagers born, 156. What do we got for, actually, graduation? 40 adolescents that could graduate from the school. Education. Ooh, wow. 56% of our people are educated. Now, that number is only going to continuously go up as the people who've settled the town, who are uneducated, are passing away. More and more people who go to the town, or at least are born in the town, can be educated by the school. There can still be immigrants who can move in who are not educated, but the school actually brings more educated immigrants in as well. 86 meat going bad here. Ah, another root cellar upgrade would be a good idea. Let's make sure we don't lose any more meat. So now it's not even because, like, we need meat for survival or food for survival. It's more like for the variety. Although, look at there. We got many varieties. We've got fruits, nuts, greens, beans, bread, fresh meat, smoked meat, and also fish. So that should be more than 2 or 3 food types that everybody is requiring. And they're selling more than that at each of the markets, too. This one's only 2. A lot of willow down here, a lot of nuts and berries. Maybe we should make another forager. I would like to increase our food production without adding too much to it. And the forager really brings in a good variety, of course. Place that there for now. Yep, and we got things being gathered around the theater too, so that's good. Oh, lots of berries there. Let's go ahead and add another forager. These will be temporary just to get those food types up a little bit. Just increase the number of them. And those buildings are quick and cheap to make as well. Alright, finally clearing out the land. Unfortunately, it's, yeah. Well, we could start the farm fields down here, actually. Yes. That would be very good. Build a road here. Change of plans. If we build Oh, we could have the forager move a little elsewhere, but we could at least get away with maybe 2 big O farm fields here, which is perfect for the root cellar being nearby. And fertility here is weird. It always feels like you're going to build your most important buildings wherever fertility was. But then again, that's why this area is fertile, too, is because, well, we haven't built anything there. Oh, we got some free compost. Let's start with our lower numbers. Actually, let's start with the bigger field here. I think that's flax. No, it's wheat. And that's something we needed, so... Unfortunately, we can only fertilize once per year. I feel like eventually we're going to shut these fields down and just keep adding compost. We'll see how it goes. Would be nice in this game if you could set up like automated, you know, you can set up crop rotation, but it would be nice to also tell your compost yards and a few other sources to be able to do things automatically. Like, for example, oh, if a field gets below this number, then, you know, the next crop you plant should be the clover, and then have cows come out for a few years until the fertility hits a certain number. The amount of fields that you can build, even if you're building like 12 by 12s, can be insane because you want that crop variety. So when you have, you know, you probably in the end will build like maybe 5 12 by 12 fields and then a few other fields that are a little smaller for crop that create like a lot, but it spoils quickly. Like, for example, leeks. You can make a lot of leeks quickly, but of course they'll spoil very quickly too without preservation. Let's work on our wall as well. And I think we'll build that all the way to the edge of the constructed by road. Okay, we'll build a little gate there. And we'll build that to the lake. Obviously, the enemy, even in this wintertime, cannot cross ice, but that would have been a damn cool feature in the game. Maybe that's something we could look forward to in the future. How are we doing on fish? We got a good amount of fish. I think we can expand there if we need to. And of course, the forager that we just built up here could start foraging down here. Actually, you know, we should build 2 of those. That's a lot of greens and stuff. I want to make sure we have more than enough food. As in, yeah, we really want to get those numbers up for variety. But we do have a forager assigned here, which is this building where? Here. Alright, let's assign this forager over here instead now. Ooh, lots of stuff. Good, good. And there's deer down there as well. It's a shame that people don't really mind the meat too much, whether it's coming from a cow or a deer or a boar, whether it's smoked or not, whether it's fish, it all just kind of counts as protein, so I wish it were a little different, but that's okay. Alright, the next defensive wall we build, I think, should be... Oh, there's a boar. Oh, more boar down there. I think we should probably build 2 walls here and here. And then we could build 2 gates with the 2 walls that come down like that. And then lower, bring the tower a little further south. And lower the bottom side of the city. More fences going up, excellent. More fences going over the top. Oh, and a sand pit. Not much there, though. How are we doing on labor force? Oh, boy. Oh, sand pit here is much better with 1,500. We'll leave the other one as an emergency backup. Get our numbers right for population. That seems to be right for the amount of iron that we need. Now we're making inside the city. Well, let's show a little love to the blacksmith and the forge over here. Well, it's spring. That means we're going to get some trades. That's going to be a good thing. There. We'll add a nice little cobblestone area there. It'll take a little bit of our stone, but hopefully we get a trader for that. Okay, so we've basically cleared the area we need to for the farm fields. I think we should start farming regardless, even if we don't really want to make this a permanent area. We do need to increase the types, so I'm going to build it closer to the forge. Or, sorry, the forger. Yeah. So if we do a massive 12 by 12, I think that's going to be too much food, honestly. So let's go with like two 8 by 8s. Requires only 3 workers. We'll get 6 out of that. And we'll do one big long field up here. Over maximum size, so that's a 15. Well, let's build 2 separate fields then. Wait, these fields look like they have a gap between them? Did I overlap these? Sometimes it's hard to tell. When you're building green on green like that, it's really hard to tell. I did. Well, nobody's building, so no harm. There we go. Let's do an 8 by 6, try to keep things in the fertile area in the north. Alright, and then maybe what we'll do is we'll put the cows here. Change of plans a bit. We'll put the cows here and try to get the fertility up there and then move the orchard in that area. But then again, remember, we want to build 3 orchards at least to try to get a more vast number of different foods. You know what's interesting is that we grow peaches, pears, and apples, but again, that all just counts as quote-unquote fruits. So providing different fruit types just equals fruit. That's it. But there's a difference between berries. So berry and fruit are 2 different types. Because, of course, the forager can find fruit. Or berries, and the arborist can find. There we go. Alright, so the arborist, yes, will gather all of those lovely fruits. Well, based on how things are going, we might have to continuously change our plan, you know. Let's see, there were some boar over down here. Little ways to walk for the hunter, but meat's not too much of an issue. That's a long way to walk, but you know, honestly, it's not. Our people are very quick in this game. People don't mind walking a little bit of a distance. And it's great to see all the farmers coming out. So it'll be a couple of years, but those fields will be complete. We'll start growing more grain there for cattle. Then as for an arborist, maybe we could build the wall more like this instead, actually. Give us a little bit more room for another field and some space. This is one of the things that they've at least made easier in the game, though is still annoying, is the ability to... And it's so much part of a game or so much part of city building where you build a fence or a gate or a wall and then want to expand it. So that's usually why I don't build walls till later, because walls are not going to keep the enemy out, nor are they going to kill them. The walls will maybe change where they attack, but the enemy will eventually have to attack somewhere and will break through. So that's why we have all those lovely towers, which we could start upgrading. And of course, now that we're getting crossbows as well, which are being all gobbled up, then we can get a little bit more damage on the enemy. Fletcher now making 4 arrows and 1 crossbow, gobbling up a little bit of our stuff here. But all right, what's up, bro? Usually we don't have much to trade with you, do we? No, there's not too much that we want from this guy. We could definitely do some barrels for preservation. But I don't think there's much I want for this year, so thank you for dropping by. We'll check in with our next trader soon. He'll be here soon. Soon. Well, additionally, we could put our trees up here. Trying to think of other areas we can keep them close to the city. Of course, we also have this area up here. But this is much better for industrial. And in fact, I'd like to maybe move some of this stuff over here and reclaim this as farmland. So maybe we'll move that industry to the west. And we'll have all this land here, too, for farming. Which has pretty decent fertility for an orchard. But I think that's exactly where we're going to build a new orchard. Let's do it. We can at least build the building. Let's start with our arborist. Excellent. This takes clay and brick, so we'll get on that as soon as we can. Alright, another trader is on the way. We'll keep an eye on that. Happiness has skyrocketed. We just need to make sure we keep everything going. But yeah, you can imagine upgrades being rather slow. Last time, our upgrades massively quick from all the... Well, if you have the building materials, it just takes a little bit of time. The people just take a quick second to build, as long as everything's available, so... But it takes a very long time to produce those resources. As for farm fields, no. It takes a long time to clear. It takes a long time to gather. Feels good, man. Good and balanced. Realistic. It's good. At least, somewhat. The thing about mining all these different rocks and such is, yeah, if we find rocks and boulders outside the camp, it's going to give us 10, 15, 20, 25 stone, which is enough maybe for one building, but that's about it. So we'll mine as much as we can, but if the Ironclaw clan comes in, they're the ones who have a lot of the resources. Can't mine anything near the water. I wish we could mine near the water. The stones on the water, the workers can't really, like, reach, because they're somewhat sunken into the water, so they can't touch the base of the rock. Oh, here we go. Alright, again, not too far. Free real estate, but still easier to buy. Alright. Wish there was a quick button to... We can press Z, which brings us back to our HQ, but I wish there was a quick button we could hit to... bring us to the trader. Or at least to be able to trade without, like, visually looking at the building. Alright, he's not buying beer for a lot of money. Don't have a lot of clothes. We could send over some baskets. Don't really need the cash. We just need the materials. He's got cows for us, though. Damn, we don't have the barn built. We gotta move some things. But this is who we are looking for. And we can't quick build a barn yet either. But I think this is a good spot for the barn. Actually, hell, why don't we put the barn all the way down here then? Near the wheat fields, we could put some more granaries and stuff down here. We're short a couple materials for it. Oh, it would fit beautifully. And there's a little bit of nice area here for them to graze. It's not the most space in the world, but cows, you know, the cows can go anywhere. Any 1x1 block space, they can just walk right through. So let's build a barn there. Time to get started, damn it. We're going to do it. Now, when we buy cows, we need somewhere to put them. Otherwise, it's GG. Which is a little bit of a slowdown. Not great news, but it's okay. We just don't have the bricks to be able to do it. But, you know, can't do everything all at once. Can't be done. It'd be too quick that way. And we could always downgrade some roads and get the stone back, but I think the benefit of an upgraded road is much better. Except for here, I guess. Actually, you know what? I did want to rebuild this road anyway because it was off. I was thinking about it. I was kind of thinking, I don't really want to, but maybe straightening it out, especially when this resource is going to be gone shortly, would be a good thing. Space will be at a premium soon anyway. Alright, I've changed my mind. Hey, 3 villagers have graduated and someone was attacked by a bear? A wolf. Don't you die on me. Alright, let's make the barn a top priority for construction. Prioritized and put all workers on that. Short on the laborers now. Well, it's showing up red. Oh, but look at that, all those berries. Looks like we're still moving a few in. I think some more have gotten into place. We're still waiting for somebody to go out and move the rest of the bushes, but it'll take some time. Rabies. Luckily, we got ourselves a... Oh man, the wolves, they're getting aggressive. No matter what, unless you have a larger military made up, it's hard to deal with those problems. Recently, we tried out sending out about 6 well-armed people in it. They could definitely take down a wolf's den, but you want to make sure you've got quite a few people to do that, because I think once one of your people die, you don't get the weapons back. Your people won't pick up the weapons on the ground, so you want somebody to be able to cover somebody from taking damage from animal attacks. So you definitely want to do that so you can keep all the weapons and stuff. It's just much better. Fortunately, this guy's not selling any sort of bricks. Tallow is at the bottom. He's not selling stone, I should say. Alright, we'll start assigning these fields probably next year. It's early summer, so a little late for some of the things. But we'll keep the farming crew focused on building the fields first. We have 100 planks. We have 5 of the 15. Construction crews should be on it. I don't think we'll get the cows this year, but we're going to get this stuff done for them. And in fact, not only are we going to build this barn, but I'm going to build also a granary over here too. We're going to have a lot more wheat coming in. And eventually the granary will be kind of a nesting ground for rats. So do we have to worry about rats just yet? Let's see. Yes. We have a rat catcher that can deal with those problems. So it won't be too big of a deal. You know, maybe some of our I'd kind of forgotten to check, but I don't... Looks like some of the houses may have been upgraded, so that could explain where some of our materials have gone, too. Anders is leaving in 2 weeks. Alright, we'll sell those baskets. We will need to transfer some cash for the cows, if we get them. Go ahead and transfer all the money. Now, I've also looked, it looks like cash physically has to be brought to the trader. I kept going back and forth on whether or not this was the case. It looks like the animation of whoever delivers the cash, sometimes you can't see the person do it, but I've seen it happen a few times now where somebody will actually show up. That's pretty cool. What is up with this road? Oh, is it... Are we... It's not even being built. I think I'll leave it for now. Seems like incomplete. We can use it for the barn too. I guess that'll work out. I guess we were just kind of upgrading anything and everything, but now it's okay. Also, I see some grass growing through the thingy. That's got to be a visual glitch. That's fine. Although, you would think that a lot of this grassier area would be good for the cattle. It's kind of all based on wherever. The cows can just kind of do whatever, wherever. So long as it's not like literally a dirt field, they'll be alright. They can't eat dirt, but... Alright, so Anders will be leaving. We'll get the cows next spring, which actually is a good thing. Yeah, because these fields will be done next spring. We'll have these fields ready to go to put into the granary to then feed the cows for the next winter. So that's actually going to work out better than before. Because we really don't have any wheat at the moment. And they'll eat root vegetables, but Yeah, rather than taking away another food variety, we'll just do that. Oh no, the pub is on fire. Oh, lol, look at that, how lucky that is. The well is right next door. Yeah, I think the animation's reversed on this. It looks like they're, you know, pouring water on a fire. I think the animation should be them kind of like maybe standing near something and lowering a bucket in, either it being a lake or a well. And then that throwing animation should be at the fire itself. Oh, well, we've got late summer now. No other traders coming through? All right, let's transfer 500 gold. Or, we'll transfer 250 for the town budget. And that'll be transferred. There it goes. All right, so what do we got? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 farms here. More root cellars needing upgrade. 100 gold ingots and bricks. I don't mind that. That's a good upgrade cost. Doesn't interfere with other upgrades. Could upgrade our storehouse too. It'll reduce rate of food spoilage, to which I don't think we have much food being stored here at all. Oh, beer. But I've never seen beer spoil in this game, and we got a lot of pottery. It should increase the increase durability, so it'll make it harder for the raiders to actually do their raids. Let's see. 50 wood. That's a price I think we can pay. We'll continue with our theme of upgrades. I mean, that's going to be our time now where we, instead of continuously growing the city out, we're going to grow the city up by taking advantage of all the lands that we have around us. Maybe scoot the fence out a little bit more. But all the things within these lands is like our maximum expansion rate for now, especially for the frame rate. But the biggest thing is that instead of growing the town out, we're going to grow up by allowing, you know, more and more goods to be sold, which will also increase our tax dollars. We can continue to increase our population, but it's just going to be harder and harder to feed them. So if we upgrade all these homes, people will be willing to pay a higher price for taxes because they want luxury goods and such. That's what they demand. And then, with that demand, we can go ahead and make more tax dollars to make a bigger military. And then, of course, if we need a little bit of breathing room, we've got housing areas down here. We'll move some things, but we'll make this area primarily for housing. We can definitely almost even double the size of our city. And then all the blank land around us is perfect for farming, which means that we'll be able to continuously change our area. Finally, we got it together with the farm. Finally down below in the comments section. Go for it. Finally, we're getting cows. Honestly, in this game, I always feel like it's much earlier that you can get cows too, but I want to make sure that if I get cows, there's never a loss of the herd. I feel like it's something that you could easily screw up, and so I've always gone way far into fail-safe mode on that, where I go well past where I need to make sure they're okay. And we've got actually room for more barns too, so the barn here will actually hold up to 13 cows. We can gather meat, pelts, tallow, and milk from that. And then, of course, milk can be made into cheese or can be sold to the market for a much higher price. So that is something that is really good. Really, really good. All right, we're gathering more stone from around the city. Let's go ahead and make a cheese maker now. We could make that in the town. Let's see. Is it resources? It must be under food. Sometimes they're in different spots than you'd think. So the preservist will need a glass maker. We'll start taking advantage of those fruits. So we'll probably move the industrial sector up here to this corner and build our glass maker. And then, of course, we got plenty of sand, too. Let's build our cheese maker. That's just basically planks and bricks. So, cheese maker. Next to the market. Right on the corner. Right there. Boom. Perfect. Close to the dairy farms. Close to the markets for sale. Perfect. Good spot. Really good spot. Then we could add a decoration here and add the desirability even more in this corner. So homes over here will get desirability, and then we could build another park here. Good cash coming in. And our grain silo will be ready. We'll have another one of those. All of our grain is going towards bread right now. We'll have one for these fields and for storing for the mill. This can also store flour, so it's a good spot to be able to be close to the mill and also to be close to the cows, you know. Close to the cows for feeding, close to the mill for storing flour and grain. Good times. Are we asking for these to be harvested? Yeah. We won't have problem for wood gathering for a while. All good. There we go. All right, do we need to go south here? Yeah. Oh, looks like we're actually cutting out the tree line. You can see for the future fence. I think we'll have the fence come down here and then just swing west. This area will be a little undefended, but we do have towers nearby, so it's okay. Raiders will likely ignore that area once they start getting shot at by arrows. They'll think twice about attacking. All right. How are we doing on labor? We have 160 people. Getting closer to that coveted 200. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, let's go ahead and set grazing for the cows whenever they arrive. We'll go ahead and have them fertilize. You know, actually, we can go inside the orchard. And another quick note about fertilization of the orchards. Man, I really wish it would affect their yield, but the only thing that fertilization at the moment appears to affect is when you build an orchard for the first time. If it has high fertility, that'll increase the longevity of the trees. So it doesn't increase their growth rate or their yield. It just kind of makes it so that they last longer, so that way the arborist doesn't have to cut down a dead tree or a dying tree and replant it sooner. So it means that you have more consistent harvests rather than more and more kind of rotation of certain trees dying and being replaced. And of course, we've got tons of farmers here too. Good job, boys. This is looking really nice. Now I think we can add another farm field to the south, although the fertility's not as good towards the shoreline. But we can still definitely squeeze in another 8x8 down here. And leave the field dormant. For sure. Let's do that. That is an 8x8 right there. Bingo. Kind of looks like the kind of looks like the shoreline's up here, but it's actually, you know, down here. But that's okay. But we'll leave this area for like another storage building. We could definitely move the root cellar here if we need to, but it seems to be a good spot to keep it next to the market. But we can always scoot. Now the movement prices in this game, even on the higher difficulties, are free. So if you do need to move a root cellar from one place to another, it's pretty much free. Just takes the time to... Hold on, sir. It still amazes me when you get an animal in the town like this. But you can actually see that guy reloading the crossbow. Damn. Oh, finishing move on the bear. Damn. Wow. Killed it with a sword and finished it off with an axe. Damn. That's got to be a hunter right there. The hunters are the only ones who get the axe for a ability to harvest the animal. That's how you know they're doing that. Wow. What a finishing move, dude. Oh, good. Look at this. Yeah, look at that. 23 pottery going bad. That's something they'll have to update. Alright, tower upgrades would be great, but we need more iron for that. We'll hopefully keep making that. Iron is being diverted to making tools and such. Let's take a look. Oh, we got plenty of heavy tools. Let's shut that down. We can actually trade that. That'll be good for money. Oh boy, a blizzard. Let's continue to make weapons and tools, but that's about it. We'll stop the heavy tools. That actually takes 15 metal to do that. Crossbow takes 4, and iron tools takes 4. Weapon takes 8. Also a little bit of coal. How are we doing there? 37, okay. Well, that's the end of the clay pit right over here. So we're getting that labor force back now, yep. Got to be completely empty, yep. Shutting it down, boys. A lot of that clay went towards the theater. Very nice. And we'll adjust that road, too. Another clay pit here, though, next to the arborist with 930. Not bad. Build that here. Go ahead and go for a resource clay pit. Build that right next door. Keep harvesting those resources, boys. So that'll mean more brick, and then a few buildings will require clay. And 3 more villagers immigrating, and another baby born. House has got to be upgrading, right? We were at like 170 something, now we're at 182. I see a couple of tier 1 homes. Look at that little cottage. Wow, the cracks in the boards where you can see light. Genius. Such nice building design. Homestead just simply requires another food type, and that's exactly what we're working on. The need could already be met. They might just need to go to market, which takes place every so often. Wow, this looks great. Absolutely just phenomenal. Look at that. Wow. Hold on, that's a screenshot right there. That's too pretty. Look at that. Bro, sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes you just need to take pictures of everything you've done. Showing your progress, showing your development over time. Good thing. Alright, the farm fields will be shut down for the winter. Oh, 19 crops lost to rot. Interesting, they weathered. I would assume that that was probably because they were down here working on these fields. But again, not a big issue. Wow. So the blizzards are kind of a one-time, well, once-in-a-while thing where, of course, it covers your screen for a little bit with some hefty snow. And then, of course, everybody uses a little bit more firewood because it's a lot colder. But that's about it. Only 8 people there. Most of that's got to be from wild animals. All right, 22 clay needed for the arborist. So that's where all that's going to go. And we could do some composting. Wow, we could already add to the fertility of the wheat fields and such. Let's do that for sure. Wow, soil mixtures all the way to the left here. I think we'll leave that as is, though, until we rebit. We want to increase fertility, so we're probably going to eventually destroy these fields, let the cows graze there for a while, then rebuild them and import sand. And we'll have a lot of sand because we're not using it for much anything else at the moment. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Slow but steady. Okay, we got ourselves some food coming in, but it's about half. That's not bad. Milk and cheese will be a new thing. And if Anders Plane Rider shows up, we'll be ready. 2 more fields will be ready to go. Actually, 3. Forgot our southern one already. We can definitely do like, let's see. We have no flax, so what we'll do is this. We'll do like wheat and flax, and then we'll have them switch. And we'll have more clothing for sale, too. Which is okay for now, but we need more. Oh, and not to mention, with the added pelts, we'll get some more leather shoes for our people, so shoes and nicer clothing will be available. That'll be good. Oh, look at the theater. Nice. Alright. We got a couple of lower tiers here, but that's about it. Seeing a couple. All coming down to that variety. And with 800 gold, we can upgrade that. Nice. Oh boy, more wolves. Well, we're almost done with the fence in the north. And then we'll go ahead and keep that scooted into our land a little bit. Let's see. That should be the end of the line. Oop. Ow. Fix that up. There we go. Alright, that'll be kind of a little template. We can always move and adjust things. That's totally fine. That's typically why we do the low tier fencing first. These, obviously just the field fences, and then upgrade for better defenses. And we could, of course, take a lot of material in order to build the nice fences around the fields, and then material for the defenses and such. But once a wall is built, no animal's going to get in there, nor are the invaders. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll keep building some gates here. Make sure they're all good. Doesn't matter which way they're facing in the game. Okay. We'll have to build a gate in the north so they can get through. You cut down trees around here. Let's actually just build a gate here. Fine. And we'll just build it down here and finish up the gate area later there. And then the south is fine because there's a tower and there's not too many things that come that way. And it covers pretty much the whole area. Oh, that's got to be a bear. Yep. And he's dead. Good. Oh, we're making more bow arrows, actually. But it's not enough. I guess they're still getting distributed. Wait, we have 340. They just need to pick them up. That's fine. That's on them. Trader's coming. I can see him. Well, after today, we'll at least have the fencing or the walls about, I'd say, 90% complete, aside from finishing up them touching the edges where the enemy can't attack, and then basically upgrading them to stone over time. That's pretty much it. The upgrade's not going to be too much. It's going to be, well, the nice thing is I think upgrading the wall, yeah, it only costs stone. So when we upgrade this wall, it could only cost, could actually give us wood back. So all the logs that we're spending could be put back into storage, and then we could expand our firewood storage too. To which we'll upgrade the firewood splitters and probably build more. At this point, we're probably going to need about 4. 3 for the town and 1 for industrial. Actually, probably 2 and 2, because the industries need those as well. But more importantly, the charcoal kiln. Score, what's up, my man? Our hunter. Let's see. He'll buy honey. I'll put put that back into storage. Let's see, you'll buy clothing. I'm going to keep our herbs, too. Keep a few more things for ourselves. Try to get our numbers up. We're selling willow, don't need that. Crossbows, we're making those. Meat, we've got plenty. Clay, I'll take. There we go. Alright, that was good. Thank you, Scorv. Okay, so now we've got clay under control again. So there goes our arborist building, getting complete. Soon. And we'll just finish up with these crops here. I would assign the fields, but we gotta wait till that one field's done. Keep all the farmhands on that first. Otherwise their crops will rot, or yield will be low anyway. They won't be really paying attention. Good times. Enemy sighted. Gotta be a wolf den. People are clearing the area. And we're building a fence up here. Well, we should build a tower on the hill for defense. Good spot. Get an elevation bonus here, too. 5, 6. That's a good spot there. Right, well, at least we got the sand and the clay now. Clay is 1,000. Sand's okay at 300. More traders on the way. And another one just pulling up. Ah, the peddler. He's not buying soap for a lot of good price. He is selling more clay, though. And some clothing. We'll be alright on the clothes. We'll be alright on food. Let's go ahead and buy a little bit of clay. Certainly want some more. We can make so much money from selling pottery to that other lady. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and transfer 300 there. If she shows up, that's going to be a lot of good money for us. Don't really want to sell the logs. Shoes, I guess we could sell. Well, the soap, too. Alright, sir. You win. We'll give you soap and shoes, then. Not a great price for the soap, but that's okay. And one more trader on the way. Great to keep the storage yard so close. Look at that. Storage is right there. So your layout will matter. Wherever you build your trading center and your storage, seems like a good idea to place it all around the town hall, because of course when raiders come in, you can also use the town hall as a defense. Alright. Let's wipe you out, sir. Good. And bricks I think we're fine on. Ah, the Iron Clan. Perfect stone. Excellent. I will buy all of that, ma'am. Let's see. Actually, we can't sell her heavy tools. Will anybody buy? The heavy tools will make us a lot of money, though. We got good cash potential here. Go buy candles, the rest of what we got. $2.50 for the beer. And I'll buy your stone. I do like how the things that we buy are immediately transported to storage, and that our people only have to take time to deliver things to the trader, which can take some time, but at least it simulates the trip back and forth then, without too much hassle. Alright, yeah, there's a few other traders that normally would come in, but we got these other ones. Masuk the Silver Tongue. There's another guy who seems to be like a king. A little bit more on the beer. There we go. Alright, ma'am, I'll buy the rest of the stone. I need it. So much better than waiting for all of the other stone to be gathered. Takes so long. Alright, we saved us a bunch of time. Right, so now we're pretty good on bricks, great on stone, lots and lots of clay. Looks like the logs and things will increase. The planks and whatnot are being increased as quickly as they can with the productivity. So all good. Fantastic. Alright, that's it for today's episode. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll continue on with the farm improvements. We will finish up the wall and we'll upgrade it too. And we'll finish those farm fields and get some cows. Hopefully Anders Plain Rider will show up in the next couple of years and we'll be good to go. So I'll see you all next time. Thanks everybody for watching. See you soon.